because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
I never even cashed a check still. I have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
In a shocking twist, Floyd Mayweather is reportedly on the run after ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith exposed explosive financial documents during a live broadcast. The documents allegedly tie Mayweather to a massive $42 million financial scandal. Federal authorities have reportedly issued a warrant for his arrest. Smith, who has long questioned Mayweather's lavish spending, claims this is just the beginning. Fans and critics alike are stunned as the undefeated champion's empire begins to unravel. This is a developing story, more details to come.
Floyd Mayweather has had for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather.
What's good with this? What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking
Got
about
it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times.
For the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side that's very clear to see is beef. You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. It's a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them. 3, 4, 5x, and it's part of his business.
Mayweather's legal and financial issues have often been the subject of speculation. At one point, he admitted his attorneys advised him to stay silent while they handled matters behind the scenes. Still, Floyd made it clear his desire for luxury hadn't faded. Private jets, mansions, and opulence were non-negotiable. Even as legal trouble mounted, his focus remained on protecting his wealth and image. His determination to maintain that lifestyle, despite mounting pressure, reveals a man driven by material success regardless of the risks.
Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time, of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make a ton of money.
Stephen A. Smith has always respected Mayweather's boxing legacy, frequently praising his undefeated record and masterful strategy. He often highlights Floyd's intelligence in the ring, his discipline, defense, and ability to control fights with precision. For Smith, Mayweather wasn't just a great fighter, he was a master of the sport, setting a standard that future generations strive to match. His admiration focuses on Floyd's methodical, tactical approach, proof that dominance isn't just about power, but also about control and execution.
Was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much. And literally walked in the ring and said, I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
But that praise began to fade when Mayweather stepped back into the ring for exhibition matches. His bout with Logan Paul drew heavy criticism. Stephen A. Smith was blunt, this wasn't about competition, it was a money grab. Logan, a YouTuber turned amateur boxer, posed no real threat, and the fight lacked the intensity that once defined Floyd's career. For Smith, the decision damaged Mayweather's legacy. Instead of a return to greatness, it felt like a move driven solely by profit.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
Smith's criticism didn't stop there. While he gave Mayweather credit for fighting Conor McGregor, who at least had combat sports experience, he was unimpressed with the exhibitions that followed. In his view, these fights featured opponents far beneath Floyd's skill level and were chosen purely for easy paydays. Smith argued that Mayweather, once celebrated for fighting the best, now seemed more interested in quick cash than meaningful matchups, jeopardizing the credibility he spent years building.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match, all right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
The turning point? When asked why he fought Logan Paul instead of someone like Tyson Fury, Mayweather gave a simple answer: Logan had more followers. That response alarmed many, including Smith, who saw it as a sign Floyd had traded legacy for clout. Rather than challenge himself or elevate the sport, Mayweather was chasing attention and money. Critics argue this shift reveals how far he's moved from the principles that once made him great.
Fight Logan Paul.
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury.
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul 56 million. Tyson Fury 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
At one point, Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world across all sports. That status came from sharp planning, lucrative fights, and smart promotions. But now, cracks are showing. New reports question how he's managing his money, suggesting things might not be as secure as they seem. Once admired for his financial savvy, Floyd now faces scrutiny. Is the image of wealth just a performance? Or is there a deeper financial crisis behind the flash?
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
Logan Paul has announced plans to sue Mayweather over unpaid earnings from their 2021 exhibition. He claims he's owed $1 to $3 million in pay-per-view revenue. In a 2022 interview, Paul expressed his frustration and intention to pursue legal action. Mayweather has denied the allegations, insisting Paul was fully paid. The dispute centers on revenue distribution, with Paul accusing Floyd's team of mismanaging the funds. The legal battle highlights the messy, often unclear financial dealings behind these high-profile fights.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full, that is a fact.
No
short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm not f***ing you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Mayweather's relationship with the law has always been rocky. Despite his wealth, he's faced multiple legal issues, including jail time. He's spoken about feeling like his fame has cost him his freedom. His legal troubles often trace back to financial decisions and an extravagant lifestyle. From unpaid debts to lawsuits, Floyd's legal history is a reminder that success in the ring doesn't shield you from consequences. It's a side of his life that many overlook, the price of living large.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months.
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, you know, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, you know, in my children's life.
Rapper 50 Cent has his own story. While Mayweather was in jail, 50 claims he stepped in to manage Mayweather Promotions, investing millions to keep it running. But when Floyd was released, he allegedly ignored those contributions, refusing to acknowledge or repay the help. Mayweather brushed it off, saying he never asked for that support. The rift with 50 Cent points to a bigger pattern where loyalty takes a back seat to personal gain, and relationships suffer as a result.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, like, I was concerned about him because, like, I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would qualify would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he, I feel like this, he'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. Like, he can do anything and they'll still stay there because it's like they
Yes, man.
Right. Yeah.
Then came a bombshell from former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen. He claimed the Mayweather vs. McGregor fight wasn't as packed as advertised. According to Sonnen, large parts of the arena were empty, but filled with stand-ins to make it appear sold out on camera. As someone covering the fight live, he says it was clear the narrative didn't match reality. While pay-per-view numbers broke records, the in-person turnout told a different story, one built more on image than fact.
You can trust the news. There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record, that's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place was, people were dressed up as empty seats. And I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much full. There's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote the checks.
But why didn't it sell out? I mean, it's such 2 big draws. They promoted it so well.
All anybody was talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big it draws, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring.
It's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody would.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history, all you have to do is claim it.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for updates as this story continues to develop.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.